Plaintiff Robert Lingle is a freelance filmmaker who was hired to be the director of photography on the defendant's film at a rate of $75 a day. Robert claims after working for several weeks on the film, the defendant canceled it and is now refusing to pay his wages, so he's suing. Defendant Albert Johnson says he's been a filmmaker, writer, producer, and director for 13 years, and he hired Robert to work on his last film at a rate of $200 per week, not $75 a day. Albert claims Robert's work was unsatisfactory, and he has the footage to prove it. He's countersuing Robert for a refund of wages he's paid, production costs, and emotional distress.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
I am a freelance filmmaker in the Buffalo area. I pick up work as a director of photography, and I also produce my own short documentaries. I found Albert's post on Craigslist for the position as director of photography. I contacted him, and we had talked over the course of a couple months. I went to a read-through of the script, and he had come up with a concern of my work schedule because I work as a cashier at a convenience store. I have an email here stating his concern about that.
I just need to know what the agreement was first.
The agreement was for $75 a day and getting paid at the end of each week. That's not true.
That's where we starting off wrong. Now, let me ask you what you believe the agreement was.
Our agreement was for $200 a week. Okay. I can't believe he's even saying
See why we're in court? You all didn't even know the agreement.
I actually have a couple of emails here that are to him.
Did he acknowledge?
He said
no, he does not acknowledge.
Well, then that doesn't tell me.
There's no response from him that denies the fact. I have emails to him and his response, but if it was wrong, don't you think he would have said, where did you come up with this $75 a day figure?
So let me see that.
Okay.
You might have a point there.
Okay.
Sir, why don't you give me some background while he's looking for the email that addresses the $75 a day suggestion?
Your Honor, I've been a filmmaker for 13 years, a writer, director, and producer. My wife and I just recently moved back to Buffalo, and what we wanted to do was to jumpstart the film community. This project, we initially had an investor out of New York, and the investor thought that we were going to shoot this in New York. I told him Buffalo would be a great place to do it. We made arrangements for him to come for a reading. I had a heart attack. It's hard to believe, but I had a heart attack. Afterwards, we lost the investor. When we lost the investor, my wife and I decided to shoot the film ourselves. So we took out our savings. I borrowed $5,000 from my mother, and we shot this film with the best we could. I went with him because another actor said that he worked on the short with him. He has no other experience outside of that short. And because of that, I knew that he would be inexpensive.
So tell me about the discussion with him.
Okay, in our discussion, I told him I could only afford to pay him $200 a week.
For how many weeks?
It was going to be for 4 weeks. The production went over schedule, ended up being 5 weeks.
How did he respond to the $200?
He was fine with it.
Did he ever mention $75 a day?
I saw an email that he sent saying that he wanted $75, that he was supposed to get $75, but I know that is all. The actors met while we were out of town, and Robert put in their mind that they could get a percentage of my film.
Who thought they were going to receive a percentage?
He tried to get the actors to kind of form a group against me.
For whom to receive a percentage?
Him and the actors.
Let me see the response you made.
That's what I was actually looking for.
You read it for me.
Okay. It was after he decided to cancel the movie, and my main intention was to try to continue on.
He says you tried to take the project over. And you're saying that occurred after he canceled the movie?
Yes.
Is that true?
I didn't cancel. I said the movie was canceled because this actor, when the actors refused to sign, he's one of the only actors who didn't sign. If they don't sign, I can't do anything with the footage.
Can't get it released.
Yeah, so it's automatically canceled. I can't.
And you don't have your actors sign releases when they start?
Only because of all of the delays and everything. With me having a heart attack, we rushed into production and we meant to do it.
Okay, you were going to read me the other stuff as well.
Yes. In response to the email that was titled Sarah Rosenberg Project Canceled, I put, Albert and Toro, is with great disappointment that I received the news of the movie cancellation. It is my goal to make the most out of all the work we all put into this project. With that being said, after receiving your email, I contacted all cast and crew. I discussed with them the possible options they would be open to continue the progress of Sarah Rosenberg. All parties have agreed that they would sign a contract with me, which would provide them with a percentage of any potential profits from the film if I were to take over the project as far as editing, distributing, and handling financial matters. So what I'm proposing to you is that I take over the footage and extend a contract to you for a percentage of any possible profits. If you do not find this as an adequate resolution, I am open to further discussion. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Let me hear about the $75.
$75 comes in.
Because all those things you were saying, they are less important than you getting your money.
Yes.
Let me hear from you.
That doesn't have the exact figure.
Your Honor, may I speak, please?
Yeah, come on up. State
My
your
name is Guy Collins. I was one of the lead actors in this film. My professional name is Guy Ballatine. That's what they know me as. I feel like we're only skimming the surface here. There were other just as important details that Robert's missing out.
Well,
such
no,
as
let him tell me, because this is his lawsuit.
Okay.
Why don't you confer with him about things that he believes you're missing out in an effort to prove your claim?
Okay.
Sir? How much did you pay the young man?
I paid him for 2.5 weeks. I paid him $500.
Why? How long did he work?
He worked for 5 weeks. I was going to pay him the rest when we got back from out of town because we left real quick because we were late.
Paid him how much for 2.5?
$500.
That's actually not true.
So you believe you only owe him $500 more?
Yes.
All right. You say he owes you $2,300. He never
Yes.
paid you anything?
He paid me $100 the first day I came. He paid me
What's the total amount he's paid you?
The first week I received $100 the first day,
Okay.
$200.
Why do you think he was being so generous?
He probably just wanted to lock me into the project and show some
You all
trust.
didn't discuss why he was giving you more than you had earned?
Well, he was giving me $100 for the first day just because I had missed 2 weeks of work because of the 2-week delay. So he's like,
I haven't heard anything about that agreement.
Okay.
All you've told me thus far is
Well,
the agreement was $75 a day.
Yeah.
Now you're telling me there was some other agreement that said he would pay you to make up for the work you're missing at your other job.
Well,
when did that agreement come up?
The bottom line is that...
No, it's not a bottom line.
Well,
Answer my question.
I was willing
and
to...
what I say will be the bottom
okay.
line.
I
right?
apologize.
So far, you've contradicted yourself.
Okay.
You don't have anything in there where he acknowledges anything you say as true, do you? Do you?
Nor do I have it as false, but no, not as true.
You don't prove a falsehood.
Well, no, I don't have anything for him to say.
No, you can't prove a falsehood.
Well, I sent him...
You in the right field, Hollywood. You starting to talk like you're in La La Land. Go ahead, sir. Let's get to your counterclaim. $5,000 for a refund in wages and production costs.
Your Honor, he was the worst DP you could ever imagine. The first day of shooting, he didn't even understand lighting. I ended up having to help him. He knew absolutely nothing what he was doing. He was a notorious head chopper off. He cut off all of the actors' heads. My wife told me to fire him. But the project that we had shot previous to that, I was the cameraman and the director, and it was just too much. And because of it, I let him stay along. But he did a horrible job.
I actually have an email to contradict his statement that he thought my shots were horrible.
Just hold on to
Okay.
it. Go ahead.
I'd love to see it. Afterwards, he wrote this letter, sent out, as he just read to you. He contacted all of the actors, and he told them not to sign with me, to sign with him. I don't even know how he had the
But that
actors.
was after you canceled the movie.
Well, I was told by an actress, but I don't have her statement, so I won't even say it. But I was
Didn't
told.
you tell me it happened after you
Well, I was
canceled
told by an actress that they met while we were out of town, that they discussed this while we were out of town, that they came up to the conclusion that they could get more money if they didn't sign. They could force me to give them a percentage of the film while they were out of town. I never agreed to give them.
Let me ask you very clearly, because it sounds like you're kind of double talking me.
Okay.
You say that they conspired to have you give them a percentage of the movie.
They conspired to force me by
give them a percentage of the movie.
Yes.
I heard you.
Yes.
Now, earlier you said that the conspiracy was that he would take over and he would give the actors a percentage of the movie he had taken over.
I apologize. That's
No,
what I'm
ain't
trying
no apologize.
to...
You lied. What you have, sir?
Toro actually sent me this. It was an email sent July 4th, which is well into production. It was the last week, saying the footage looks absolutely amazing. You should all be very proud of yourselves. I mean, I don't know how the footage looks absolutely
That
amazing.
was a general email sent to all of the cast. I have a video of his work.
Okay. So why'd you send him this if it was deplorable?
My wife and I, directing and running a film is part being a social person. You try to get everybody to feel good. I always compliment.
Even when their work is deplorable. Let's see your film, sir.
This was the first day of shooting. Look at the lighting. Look at the shadows. He didn't even know what he was doing. I initially told him, bounce it off the ceiling. He said, no, you don't do that. When he finally did it, it worked. But it was after we wasted all of this footage. This is his head chopping off. He's notorious for chopping off heads. That's all he does is chop off heads. Every scene, and I do them over so you can see it wasn't a one isolated incident. What do you do with that?
Well, you certainly don't let him continue. If
I didn't see it to the end, Your Honor.
Well, that's your problem, man. You don't look at your movie until the end if you're the director. Well, you're the director?
Yeah, Your Honor.
How you going if you're seeing the movie made and you're directing
Your
it?
Honor, it's a two-person crew.
A director looks at it as it goes, by definition.
No, Your Honor, the camera we had...
I don't have nothing to do with your equipment. I can't help it if you had the wrong equipment. Sir, I'll grant you $500. That's the only amount he agrees that he owes you. You can't prove to me he owes you any more. I've asked you. You've shown me a stack of emails. None of them indicate where he admits to owing more than $500. You have no independent evidence. Sir, he did not interfere with your contract. You would have had a claim. It's called torturous interference with contractual matters if he went behind your back and tried to get your actors to leave you and sign with him before you canceled it. You canceled it, and that's why he did it. You admit you canceled it. The email indicates you canceled it before he went behind your back. $500 for the plaintiff. Yours is dismissed. Have a good day.
Thank you.